Consistency is the foundation of every great achievement. It's not about what you do once in a while, but what you do daily. Today, I want to share with you 5 transformative rules to stay consistent and achieve the success you desire. Rule UMBER 1. Start small, aim big. Every journey begins with a single step. Often, we get overwhelmed by the magnitude of our goals, forgetting that success is built incrementally. Begin with small, achievable tasks that contribute to your larger vision. Whether it's writing 1 paragraph a day for your book or saving a small amount from your paycheck, those steps compound into extraordinary results over time. Rule NUMBER 2. Create a routine. Success doesn't happen by accident. It's the product of deliberate and consistent action. Craft a routine that works for you, one that aligns with your energy and priorities. Commit to showing up, even when it feels inconvenient. Remember, habits form the backbone of consistency. Rule in UMBER 3. Embrace discipline over motivation. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline is steadfast. Motivation might get you started, but discipline will keep you going when the initial excitement fades. Train your mind to focus on the long-term rewards of staying consistent, even when the daily grind feels challenging. Rule in UMBER 4. Adapt and overcome challenges. Life will test your resolve. Unexpected obstacles, distractions, and even self-doubt will arise. When these moments come, lean into them. Adapt your approach, but never abandon your commitment. Challenges are not roadblocks. They are stepping stones that build resilience. Rule in UMBER 5. Celebrate small wins. Finally, acknowledge your progress. Each milestone, no matter how small, is proof of your dedication. Celebrating these wins isn't just about feeling good. It reinforces your belief in what's possible and propels you forward with renewed energy. Success isn't a destination. It's a journey defined by the choices you make every single day. These 5 rules are your compass. Start small, be disciplined, adapt to challenges, and celebrate your growth. With unwavering consistency, the success you seek will no longer be a dream. It will be your reality. Consistency is often perceived as a grand and overwhelming task, but its true power lies in the small, deliberate actions we take each day. Many of us set lofty goals that inspire us, yet the magnitude of these aspirations can sometimes paralyze us into inaction. The truth is, no significant achievement happens all at once. It's the result of a series of small, incremental efforts that accumulate over time. This is why starting small, while keeping your sights on big outcomes, is a fundamental principle for achieving success. When you set out to accomplish a major goal, it's natural to feel a surge of excitement at the start. You imagine the final destination, a healthier body, a thriving career, or financial independence. These visions are motivating, but they can also be daunting. The gap between where you are now and where you want to be might seem insurmountable. That's when the importance of starting small comes into play. Instead of focusing on the entire staircase, commit to taking the first step. For instance, imagine you want to write a book. The idea of filling hundreds of pages with meaningful content can feel overwhelming. But what if you committed to writing just 100 words a day? At first glance, 100 words might not seem significant. However, over the course of a year, those small daily efforts add up to over 36,000 words, a sizable chunk of your manuscript. This approach not only makes the task feel manageable, but also builds the habit of consistency, which is the real driver of progress. The beauty of starting small is that it lowers the barrier to entry. Often, the hardest part of any task is simply getting started. By breaking your goal into smaller, actionable steps, you make it easier to take that first step and maintain momentum. It's like pushing a heavy boulder. The initial effort requires the most energy, but once it starts rolling, it becomes easier to keep it moving. Starting small doesn't mean thinking small. It's about recognizing that small actions are the building blocks of big achievements. Every towering skyscraper began as a single brick laid with care and precision. Similarly, every skill, habit, or accomplishment starts with a modest beginning. When you approach your goals with this mindset, you allow yourself to focus on progress rather than perfection. There's also a psychological advantage to this method. Accomplishing small tasks releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical in your brain. This creates a positive feedback loop, making you more likely to continue working toward your goal. Each small success builds confidence, reinforcing your belief that you are capable of achieving more. Over time, these small victories accumulate into a sense of pride and ownership over your journey. Consider another example, someone striving to improve their physical fitness. Instead of diving into an intense workout regimen that's impossible to sustain, they might start with a 10-minute daily walk. That walk becomes a 20-minute jog, and eventually they're running marathons. By starting small, they build a sustainable routine that becomes part of their lifestyle. The same principle applies to nearly every area of life, from financial planning to learning a new skill. It's also important to remember that starting small doesn't mean staying small. As you gain confidence and establish momentum, you can gradually increase the scope of your efforts. This natural progression allows you to stretch your capabilities without feeling overwhelmed. What once seemed impossible becomes manageable, and what was once manageable becomes second nature. Starting small teaches you the value of patience. In a world that often glorifies instant results, it's easy to forget that meaningful success takes time. By focusing on small, consistent actions, you embrace the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. This shift in perspective not only reduces stress, but also enhances your appreciation for the process of growth and improvement. Starting small provides a framework for resilience. When you encounter setbacks, and you will, it's much easier to regroup and refocus when your efforts are broken into manageable pieces. Small steps give you the flexibility to adapt without losing sight of your ultimate goal. In essence, starting small is not about limiting your ambitions. It's about creating a foundation for consistent and sustainable progress. It's about recognizing that every great achievement begins with a single step, taken with purpose and intention. So, whatever your goal may be, take that first step today, no matter how small it may seem. Because when you start small and aim big, the possibilities are truly limitless. Creating a routine is one of the most powerful ways to stay consistent and achieve success. It is the framework that transforms your aspirations into actionable steps, ensuring that you remain focused and disciplined. Without a routine, even the best intentions can fall victim to distraction, procrastination, and inconsistency. Establishing a structured pattern for your daily activities is not about rigidly controlling every moment of your life, rather. It's about setting yourself up for sustained progress and success. Routines bring clarity to your day. When you wake up with a plan, you eliminate the need to make constant decisions about what to do next. Decision fatigue is a real phenomenon. The more choices you face throughout the day, the less energy and focus you have for the things that truly matter. A well-designed routine removes much of this burden by automating key aspects of your day. It allows you to channel your energy toward meaningful tasks, rather than wasting it on deciding how to spend your time. One of the greatest benefits of a routine is that it creates momentum. When you consistently follow a pattern, your actions become habits. For example, if you make it a habit to start your day with 30 minutes of exercise, it soon becomes a natural part of your routine rather than something you have to consciously think about. This momentum builds over time, making it easier to stay on track and continue making progress toward your goals. A routine also helps you prioritize what's important. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to get sidetracked by urgent but unimportant tasks. Without a routine, you might find yourself spending hours responding to emails or scrolling through social media, only to realize at the end of the day that you haven't made any meaningful progress. A structured schedule allows you to allocate time to the activities that truly matter, ensuring that your energy is directed toward your priorities. Consistency in routine doesn't mean every day has to look the same. Life is unpredictable, and flexibility is important. However, even when circumstances change, having a foundational routine provides stability. For instance, If you're traveling or dealing with an unexpected event, you can still maintain core elements of your routine, such as journaling in the morning or setting aside 15 minutes to plan your day. These small but consistent actions anchor you, even in the midst of chaos. Building a routine also fosters self-discipline, which is essential for achieving long-term success. Discipline isn't about depriving yourself. It's about aligning your actions with your values and goals. When you stick to a routine, you reinforce the habit of discipline. This discipline spills over into other areas of your life, making it easier to resist distractions and stay committed to your objectives. Creating an effective routine starts with understanding your priorities and energy levels. Not all hours of the day are equal. Some people are most productive in the morning, while others hit their stride in the afternoon or evening. Designing your routine to align with your natural rhythms allows you to work smarter, not harder. For example, if you're a morning person, scheduling your most challenging tasks early in the day ensures that you tackle them when you're at your best. Another key aspect of a successful routine is starting and ending your day intentionally. A consistent morning routine sets the tone for the rest of your day, while an evening routine helps you wind down and prepare for the next. Simple actions like reflecting on your accomplishments, planning for tomorrow, or practicing gratitude can have a profound impact on your mindset and productivity. It's important to remember that routines are not set in stone. As your goals and circumstances evolve, so should your routine. Regularly evaluating and adjusting your schedule ensures that it remains effective and aligned with your current priorities. This adaptability prevents your routine from becoming stagnant or counterproductive. The true power of a routine lies in its ability to make progress feel effortless. When your actions become automatic, you free up mental space for creativity, problem solving, and innovation. Over time, these small, consistent efforts compound into significant achievements. A routine is not a limitation. It's a tool that empowers you to take control of your time and direct it toward what matters most. By committing to a routine, you create a structure that supports your growth and keeps you moving forward, even when motivation wanes. It's a simple yet profound strategy that transforms ambition into reality, one consistent day at a time. Eliminating distractions is a critical step in staying consistent and achieving success. In a world filled with endless notifications, constant interruptions, and an overwhelming amount of information, distractions can quickly derail your focus and pull you away from your goals. Success requires clarity, and clarity can only be achieved when your mind is free from unnecessary clutter. By intentionally removing distractions, you create an environment where your energy and attention are fully directed toward what truly matters. Distractions often start small, yet their impact can be significant. A quick glance at your phone can turn into 30 minutes of mindless scrolling. An open tab on your computer meant for research can lead to an hour lost in unrelated content. These seemingly minor interruptions add up, stealing valuable time and momentum. To achieve success, it's essential to recognize these distractions for what they are: obstacles standing between you and your goals, and take deliberate steps to eliminate them. The first step in minimizing distractions is identifying their sources. For many, technology is the biggest culprit. Smartphones, social media, and constant connectivity can make it difficult to stay present and focused. While these tools have their benefits, they can easily become barriers to productivity when not managed properly. Consider setting boundaries for your tech use by silencing notifications, using apps that block distracting websites, or scheduling specific times to check emails and messages. Creating designated no phone or no screen periods in your day can help you stay focused on the task at hand. Your physical environment also plays a significant role in maintaining focus. A cluttered workspace can lead to a cluttered mind, making it harder to concentrate. Taking the time to organize your surroundings can have a profound impact on your ability to stay consistent. Keep only the essentials within reach and remove items that tempt you to stray from your work. For example, if you're working on a writing project, keep your desk free of unrelated materials or gadgets that might draw your attention elsewhere. Another common source of distraction is multitasking. While it's tempting to juggle multiple tasks in an attempt to be more efficient, research consistently shows that multitasking reduces productivity and increases errors. Shifting your focus from one task to another requires time and mental energy, which can hinder your overall progress. Instead, practice single tasking, dedicating your full attention to one task at a time. By doing so, you not only complete tasks more effectively, but also reinforce the habit of deep focus. It's also important to recognize that distractions don't always come from external sources. Internal distractions, such as negative self-talk, stress, or overthinking, can be just as disruptive. To combat these, develop strategies to manage your mental state. Techniques like mindfulness, meditation, or journaling can help you stay grounded and clear-headed. When your mind is calm and focused, you're better equipped to tackle your goals without getting sidetracked. Setting clear boundaries is another powerful way to eliminate distractions. Let the people around you know when you need uninterrupted time to work. This might mean closing your office door, putting on headphones, or politely declining invitations during your focus periods. By communicating your needs, you not only protect your time, but also set a standard that others are more likely to respect. Distractions can also arise from a lack of planning or direction. When you're unclear about what you're trying to accomplish, it's easier to get pulled into unrelated activities. Combat this by creating a clear plan for your day, complete with specific goals and time blocks for each task. A detailed plan acts as a roadmap, keeping you on track and reducing the likelihood of veering off course. Eliminating distractions is about creating an environment, both external and internal, that supports your success. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and intentional action. While it may take time to identify and address all the factors that pull you away from your goals, the effort is well worth it. With fewer distractions, you gain clarity, increase productivity, and build the consistency needed to achieve your dreams. The process of eliminating distractions is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing practice. Life is dynamic, and new distractions will inevitably arise. Regularly evaluate your habits, surroundings, and mindset to ensure they align with your goals. By continuously refining your approach, you maintain the focus and momentum necessary to turn your aspirations into reality. Celebrating small victories is a powerful way to stay motivated and consistent on the path to success. Every journey, no matter how grand, is made up of countless smaller steps, and each of these steps deserves recognition. By acknowledging and appreciating your progress, you build confidence, reinforce positive habits, and maintain the enthusiasm needed to continue pushing forward. Success is not only about the destination, but also about finding fulfillment and joy in the process. One of the most common mistakes people make is waiting until they reach their ultimate goal to celebrate. This approach often leads to burnout, frustration, or a sense of inadequacy, as the final milestone may seem distant and overwhelming. Instead, breaking your goals into smaller, manageable milestones allows you to create moments of achievement along the way. Each milestone represents a step closer to your larger aspirations and gives you a sense of accomplishment that fuels your drive. Celebrating small victories is also a way to rewire your brain for positivity. When you achieve something and take the time to acknowledge it, your brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This creates a positive feedback loop, making you more likely to continue the behaviors that led to success. Over time, this practice strengthens your confidence and resilience, helping you stay consistent even in the face of challenges. The act of celebrating doesn't have to be elaborate or time-consuming. It can be as simple as giving yourself a pat on the back, taking a few moments to reflect on your progress, or treating yourself to something you enjoy. The key is to make it intentional and meaningful. For instance, if you've been working on developing a new skill, celebrating could involve acknowledging how far you've come since you started. This not only boosts your morale, but also reinforces the value of your efforts. Another benefit of celebrating small victories is that it shifts your focus from what you haven't achieved to what you have accomplished. It's easy to become fixated on the gap between where you are and where you want to be, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. By taking the time to recognize your progress, you cultivate a mindset of gratitude and self-appreciation. This perspective helps you stay motivated and reminds you of your ability to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals. Celebrating small wins also creates momentum. Success breeds success, and each victory, no matter how small, contributes to a sense of forward movement. This momentum makes it easier to tackle the next challenge, as you're building a track record of accomplishments. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, celebrating your first mile, your first 5K, and your first 10K builds the confidence and motivation needed to complete the full race. Each celebration serves as a reminder of your capability and progress. It's important to note that celebrating small victories doesn't mean settling for less or losing sight of your ultimate goals. Instead, it's about acknowledging the steps that bring you closer to those goals. These celebrations act as checkpoints, allowing you to pause, reflect, and adjust your approach if necessary. They provide an opportunity to learn from your successes and apply those lessons as you continue to grow. Incorporating others into your celebrations can also amplify their impact. Sharing your wins with friends, family, or colleagues not only strengthens your relationships, but also creates a supportive network that encourages your progress. When others celebrate with you, it reinforces the significance of your achievements and provides an extra layer of motivation to stay consistent. Consistency and success are long-term endeavors, and the journey will inevitably include challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Celebrating small victories acts as a source of light along the way, reminding you why you started and inspiring you to keep going. It transforms the journey into a series of rewarding experiences rather than a relentless grind toward a distant goal. Celebrating small victories is about recognizing the value of the journey itself. It's about appreciating the effort, growth, and resilience that each step represents. By making celebration a regular part of your process, you cultivate a sense of joy and fulfillment that sustains you through the highs and lows of your pursuit. It reminds you that success is not just about reaching the finish line, but about becoming the best version of yourself along the way.